The Sigma male has become one of the most debated ideas on the internet. He is described as independent, private, and unwilling to follow the same rules that guide everyone else. He does not fight for leadership like the alpha male, and he does not submit like the beta male. Instead, he chooses to move outside the hierarchy, creating his own space where he answers only to himself. This outsider position makes him fascinating to people who feel trapped by society's expectations. But with this distance comes a different perspective. Sigma males are not distracted by the same things that occupy most people. They do not chase social approval, they do not cling to large groups, and they do not spend energy on appearances. Because of this, they often notice truths that others overlook. These truths can be dangerous, not because they are harmful to know, but because once you see them, you cannot unsee them. They can make life harder, even while they give clarity. For the Sigma male, perception becomes both a strength and a burden. He sees through illusions that many people accept without question. He spots manipulation, weakness, and hypocrisy in places where others only see comfort and normality. At times, this insight gives him an advantage. At other times, it makes him feel disconnected and alone. This video will explore 6 dangerous truths Sigma males see that others cannot. These are not ideas that come from books or rules. They come from a way of observing the world without filters. Each truth reveals something about human nature, society, and relationships that most people prefer not to face. By the end, you will see why Sigma males are often described as mysterious and unsettling. It is not just their silence or their independence that sets them apart. It is their ability to notice the truths hidden behind everyday life, the truths that others choose to ignore. Truth number 1. They sense society's hypocrisy with uncomfortable clarity. One of the first dangerous truths Sigma males see is the deep hypocrisy built into society. Most people learn to ignore it. They accept the contradiction between what people say and what they actually do. But Sigma males notice these contradictions everywhere, and it changes the way they look at the world. For example, society often claims to value individuality. People are told to be themselves, to be unique, and to follow their own path. Yet in practice, individuality is punished when it looks too different. Schools encourage creativity but reward conformity. Workplaces promote thinking outside the box but often reject ideas that challenge the system. Sigma males see this hypocrisy clearly. They understand that society praises uniqueness only when it still fits inside safe boundaries. The same hypocrisy shows in relationships. People say they want honesty, but they often prefer comforting lies. They say they want depth, but most connections remain shallow. Sigma males recognize when people's words and actions do not match. They do not ignore it, and this makes them seem difficult to deal with. They refuse to play along with the false promises that others depend on. Another area is morality. Society sets standards for what is considered good behavior, but those standards shift when power and money are involved. A poor man may be judged harshly for a small mistake, while a wealthy man may escape judgment for bigger offenses. Most people quietly accept this imbalance because it is easier to live with. Sigma males do not. They see the unfairness directly, and it creates distrust in the entire system. This ability to sense hypocrisy makes Sigma males harder to manipulate. They are not impressed by status, and they are not convinced by surface appearances. If a leader claims to care about the group but only seeks personal power, the Sigma will notice. If a partner says one thing but consistently does another, the Sigma will not look away. But this clarity has a cost. Seeing hypocrisy everywhere can make the world feel darker. It can lead to cynicism and frustration because the Sigma male knows how deeply society depends on illusions. Others may find comfort in believing the system is fair. The Sigma cannot. He lives with the knowledge that many things people believe are simply lies told to maintain order. This is why the Sigma male often seems detached. It is not that he does not care. It is that he cannot unsee the contradictions that most people ignore. His clarity is dangerous because it separates him from the comfort of illusions. It gives him strength, but it also creates distance. Truth number 2. They notice hidden toxicity in the structures others accept. The second dangerous truth Sigma males see is the hidden toxicity that runs through many of the structures people accept without question. These structures can be found in work, relationships, and even friendships. To most people, they seem normal. To the Sigma, they look like systems built on manipulation and control. Take the workplace as an example. Many people accept office politics as just part of life. They play along with hierarchy, flattering bosses and competing with co-workers. For them, this is survival. But Sigma males see the toxicity behind it. They notice how people sacrifice honesty and integrity for advancement. They see how power is used not for fairness but for control. While others may shrug it off as just how things work, the Sigma sees it as corruption. Relationships can show the same hidden toxicity. Many couples operate with unspoken power games. One partner may use guilt, silence, or affection as tools to control the other. Most people normalize this behavior, calling it compromise or routine. But Sigma males recognize the manipulation. They see when love is being used as leverage. They notice when trust is turned into a weapon. Friendships are not free from toxicity either. Groups often demand conformity. Members are expected to share the same opinions, follow the same habits, and support the same ideas. Most people accept this because belonging feels good. But Sigma males see the cost of this acceptance. They notice how individuality is crushed for the sake of harmony. They recognize when loyalty is forced rather than freely given. This awareness makes Sigma males cautious. They do not throw themselves into systems the way others do. They keep distance, watching before they commit. To outsiders, this looks like coldness. In reality, it is defense. They refuse to lose themselves inside structures that drain people without them realizing it. The danger of this truth is that it leaves Sigma males isolated. By seeing toxicity where others see normality, they find it difficult to fully trust. They hesitate to join groups, question authority, and resist expectations. While this keeps them safe from manipulation, it also cuts them off from the comfort that others gain by playing along. Most people prefer not to look too closely. They find it easier to accept toxic patterns as natural. The Sigma male does not have that option. His vision makes the hidden games too clear. And once he notices them, he cannot go back. This truth is dangerous because it leaves him on the outside, refusing to take part in the illusions that keep others content. Truth number 3. They feel the weight of disconnection in a world that values shallow social bonds. For many people, social life is built on light conversations, casual gatherings, and surface-level friendships. These interactions may not be deep, but they provide comfort and a sense of belonging. Most people accept them without thinking too much. Sigma males, however, see through them. They feel the weight of disconnection that lies beneath the surface. To a Sigma male, shallow bonds are not enough. He notices how people smile at each other without meaning it, how they ask, "How are you?" without caring about the answer, and how they share moments without real connection. Where others see normal social behavior, he sees emptiness. This perception can make the Sigma feel alienated. He does not understand why people invest so much energy in conversations that go nowhere. Small talk feels hollow, group traditions feel forced, and friendships that lack depth feel like illusions. He may still take part, but inside, he feels the gap between what people present and what they truly feel. Technology has made this even more visible. Social media is filled with connections that appear strong but are often shallow. Likes and comments replace real conversations, and public images replace honest self-expression. Most people scroll without thinking, but the Sigma male sees the emptiness. He feels the loneliness that hides behind curated pictures and casual words. The danger of this truth is that it makes the Sigma unwilling to settle. He does not accept shallow bonds, and as a result, he avoids many social settings altogether. While others find comfort in numbers, he looks for authenticity and refuses to waste energy on anything less. This leads to fewer friendships and fewer relationships, but the ones he does have are usually much deeper. Still, this clarity comes with a heavy price. By rejecting shallow bonds, the Sigma often ends up isolated. He feels disconnected from the larger social world, even though he sees it clearly. His ability to notice disconnection makes him unwilling to play along, but it also leaves him alone more often than he would like. This is a dangerous truth, because it exposes the reality that most people depend on illusions of connection to stay comfortable. Sigma males cannot ignore it, and as a result they carry the weight of disconnection in ways that others do not. Truth number 4. They understand how labels trap identity. Labels are everywhere. Society uses them to explain people, organize groups, and create order. People are called introverts, extroverts, alphas, betas, or sigmas. These words make it easier to understand others, but they also limit them. Most people accept labels without question. Sigma males see the trap. Having stepped outside the alpha and beta categories, the Sigma male knows what it means to reject a label. He understands that once someone accepts a role, they start shaping their behavior to match it. Instead of growing freely, they grow within the walls of that identity. Labels become cages. This is why Sigma males resist definitions. They notice when people begin to lose themselves in the roles society gives them. A man told he is an alpha may feel pressured to always lead, even when he does not want to. A person called shy may feel trapped into silence, even when they want to speak. Labels create expectations, and expectations reduce freedom. The Sigma male understands this clearly, and that is why he often avoids group identities. He does not like being tied to movements, titles, or stereotypes. He wants to stay undefined so he can move in any direction. His privacy and independence protect him from being locked into roles that limit growth. The danger of this truth is that it can also make the Sigma reject useful identities. Sometimes labels provide guidance or community. They can help people find belonging. But the Sigma sees only the trap. He avoids the comfort of belonging because he knows how easily it can turn into limitation. This truth makes him freer than most, but also lonelier. Others accept labels because they create stability. The Sigma refuses them, and as a result he walks a path with fewer companions. He may admire his own freedom, but he also feels the isolation that comes with rejecting every category. What makes this truth dangerous is that it undermines one of the strongest tools society has: simple identities. Sigma males cannot ignore how limiting they are, and that awareness keeps them apart from the roles others accept without question. Truth number 5. They recognize when people hide behind roles or hustle culture masks. In modern life, many people create masks to hide insecurity. Some hide behind roles like alpha or beta, while others hide behind trends like hustle culture. They present themselves as confident leaders, tireless workers, or constant achievers. To the outside world, these roles look impressive. But Sigma males see through them. The Sigma male notices the cracks in the mask. He sees when someone acts confident but secretly fears rejection. He sees when someone works non-stop, not because they love the grind, but because they are afraid of being seen as weak. What others take at face value, the Sigma recognizes as performance. This awareness shows up in social groups. Many people follow the loudest person, believing confidence equals strength. The Sigma sees when that confidence is only an act. He notices the hesitation, the forced laughter, and the insecurity that others ignore. To him, masks are transparent. Hustle culture is another area where this truth appears. People flood social media with stories of constant work, long hours, and endless effort. They wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. Others admire it, but the Sigma sees the danger. He recognizes that this culture often hides emptiness and burnout. It turns fear into performance, and performance into identity. Even in relationships, people hide behind roles. A partner may act overly protective to cover insecurity, or overly distant to hide fear of intimacy. Sigma males recognize these patterns. They do not fall for the mask, and that can make others uncomfortable. When the Sigma calls out the truth, people feel exposed. The danger of this truth is that it makes the Sigma seem harsh. People prefer to believe in their own masks. They want to be seen as strong, hardworking, or independent. The Sigma refuses to play along. He sees what lies underneath, and his refusal to pretend can make others defensive. This insight keeps the Sigma authentic, but it also keeps him apart. By rejecting masks, he refuses to participate in illusions that most people depend on. His clarity reveals truths that others prefer to keep hidden. Truth number 6. They perceive how dangerous empathy can be when used as control. Most people see empathy as a good thing. It is praised as the ability to feel what others feel, to connect with their emotions, and to respond with care. In many cases, empathy builds trust and creates strong bonds. But Sigma males notice something most people overlook. Empathy can also be used as a tool for control. They see how some people weaponize empathy to get what they want. For example, a person may share their struggles in a way that manipulates others into feeling guilty or responsible. By drawing sympathy, they create obligations. The people around them feel pressured to help, even when it hurts their own well-being. Sigma males recognize this pattern quickly. Where others see kindness, they see subtle control. This happens often in relationships. One partner may use emotions as leverage, exaggerating sadness or fear to keep the other tied to them. While many people fall into this trap, Sigma males notice it immediately. They see when empathy is being turned against them, and they resist it. This resistance makes them seem cold, but it also protects them from manipulation. In the workplace, empathy can be used to avoid responsibility. A manager may appeal to employees' emotions, saying, "We're like a family here," while overworking them. Colleagues may present personal problems to excuse poor performance. Most people accept these situations because they feel bad saying no. The Sigma male does not. He sees the tactic for what it is and refuses to be controlled by it. Friendships can show the same pattern. A friend may constantly present themselves as a victim, demanding time, energy, and attention. Others give in out of guilt, but the Sigma notices how one-sided it is. He understands that empathy, when abused, becomes a form of selfishness disguised as weakness. The danger of this truth is that it makes the Sigma male skeptical of empathy altogether. Because he sees how it can be twisted, he may resist showing it even when it is genuine. He risks shutting down compassion because he does not want to be manipulated. This keeps him safe, but it also creates distance. For others, ignorance is easier. They believe every emotional display is honest, and that makes their lives simpler. The Sigma male cannot ignore the manipulation he sees. His awareness of empathy's double edge leaves him cautious, guarded, and sometimes misunderstood. This truth is dangerous because it reveals that even positive traits can be exploited. Sigma males understand that emotions, when used the wrong way, can control more effectively than force. Once they see this, they can never again look at empathy as purely innocent. Sigma males are often seen as mysterious outsiders, people who walk their own path and live by their own rules. But what truly sets them apart is not their silence or their privacy, it is their ability to see truths that others avoid. We have explored 6 of these dangerous truths. They sense the hypocrisy of society with clarity that makes others uncomfortable. They notice the hidden toxicity in the systems people accept without question. They feel the weight of disconnection in a world full of shallow bonds. They understand how labels trap identity and limit freedom. They recognize the masks people hide behind, especially in roles and hustle culture. And they perceive how empathy, normally seen as good, can be turned into control. Each of these truths gives the Sigma male insight, but each one also carries a cost. Seeing hypocrisy makes trust harder. Noticing toxicity creates distance. Rejecting shallow bonds leads to isolation. Refusing labels limits belonging. Calling out masks makes others defensive. And resisting manipulative empathy can make them appear cold. This is why Sigma males often stand apart. They are not simply rejecting society for the sake of being different. They are reacting to what they see. Their clarity removes the comfort of illusions, leaving them to live with truths most people prefer to ignore. But while these insights can feel heavy, they also bring strength. Sigma males are harder to manipulate, less likely to be trapped, and more likely to stay authentic in a world built on performance. Their perspective may make them outsiders, but it also makes them resilient. The challenge for Sigma males is to balance this clarity with connection. Truth without compassion can become loneliness. Independence without trust can become isolation. The dangerous truths they see should not only separate them from others, they should also guide them toward building relationships that are real, honest, and free of illusions. In the end, the Sigma male sees what others cannot, and that sets him apart. But the real question is how he chooses to use these truths. They can become walls, or they can become tools for deeper understanding. That choice determines whether his vision leads to strength alone or strength shared with others.